Alright, ladies and gentlemen, my name is Silence Initiative, and I'm an idiot on YouTube. What's up with that? Alright, so, today I've got a bit of a thing to say about Dumbass of the Day. Now, Dumbass of the Day is not always present day, but it was a dumbass moment that somebody had or I had, and here's what I wanted to talk about. When I was a kid growing up, I was, a fairly thin kid up until I was about maybe 9 or 10. And then in video games, I got interested in video games, and I became a lazy fuck and gained a lot of weight. But I was always really good at swimming, and that carried on through into high school, and I actually swam competitively as a fat fuck. Now, one of two things you don't mess with me about. One is hockey, two is swimming. And in my senior year, grade 12, a bunch of my buddies had said, they wanted to join up on the swim team, which sounded kind of weird to me. Sounds kind of fishy. I went, okay, what's up with that? And they said, well, we see you swimming all the time. We hear that there's lots of sexy ladies at the pool. I'm like, well, yeah. Swimming's mainly female, and most of the high school chicks in here think that they're going to see a hot guy in a Speedo. Ta-da, me! Oh, you're a dumbass. And I get to see nice, good-looking women in bathing suits. Yeah. Yeah, I'm a creeper. Don't judge me. Anyways, so one of the things that happened was you have to practice, and for us to qualify as a official team, we had to have three things: 10 members, which we had like 16, and we had to practice for 2 hours twice a week, which we did. And I always actually did very well. I still hold records at the school in all my events. Nobody's beaten them yet. And that's kind of sad because none of them were records that are really that hard to beat, considering that most people who swim in a club can now destroy that. But these guys who were my friends decided, let's join up. And so the three of them joined up. One's name was Townsend, Chris, and Alejandro. And the three of them joined up. Now these guys are track runners. They're in shape and they're able to do stuff. As soon as they hit the water, we had the coach said, okay, everybody, we're going to do 20 laps. And Chris and Townsend looked at me like, that's it? That's all we're going to do today? He's like, no, that's your warm-up, go. And it took me about, 5 minutes or so to do it. I kind of paced myself. And before you guys ask, 20 laps is, not that far. It's 500 meters. 500 meters in, 5 minutes, 5.5 minutes. Not that hard. Actually, it wasn't even 500 meters. Sorry, it was. It was less than that because the pool is it's a 25 meter pool, but it's kind of weird because the way that we swim it, it seems shorter. Anyways, long story short, it shouldn't take you that long. And I normally finish among the top of the group. I'm pretty decent at keeping a good pace because I've been swimming for years. These guys, out of breath, dying, and they weren't even like a quarter of the way through the laps. They were like 4 in, and they're dying. And of course my coach took pity on them, like, alright, I know, first practice. It's okay. We'll take it easy on you guys. We know you're the rookies. We're going to take it easy on you. There's a girl there. Her name's Allison. She was in her second year swimming there, and, she's grade 10, and a really good swimmer. Definitely one of the top people on the women's team, and we decided we're gonna have a race, 50-meter race. 9 times out of 10 I win on the team because I swim at the time a 28. No, the fastest time that we recorded was around 29 seconds for a 50-meter short track freestyle, which is not out of the realm of possibility. The guys who I was swimming against were swimming 28. 27, so I was up there. And, by the way, for people who are trying to take track, the world record for short track is 22 seconds, so I'm 7 seconds off, which is actually a huge deal. But anyways, we decided to have this race, and Allison's like, I don't have a group to go against for women. So, my coach is Mr. McCarthy, he's like, or Mr. McDonald, he's like, oh yeah, just go on with the three guys here, the rooks. Just teach them a thing. Go easy on them. She paced herself and absolutely destroyed them in a 50-meter sprint. It was hysterical because these guys, and she did butterfly, which is the hardest stroke It takes the most energy out of you. And, for long distance, only you do not do butterfly. Because it's a kick, it's a throw. These guys were dying. And, of course, the worst part was they spent $120 on swim gear. Thinking, this is going to be easy, going to look good, just beast out. Fucking, they quit after the first day. I went, wow, you guys are fucking handy tards. Why would you quit after the first day? Just keep going, you'll get better, trust me. They're like, no, we're not going to do it. Fuck it. Fuck that shit. I'm like, fine, whatever. We're not going to do it that way. So what are we going to do? Well, I don't know. We're going to do something a little bit different. We're going to kind of, we're just going to stick with track. Well, you guys are tards. And walked away. The best part was I told their track coach that they joined the swim team, and they tried to practice, and the track coach is like, oh yeah, these guys probably, beasted out. I laughed, and Mr. McDonald went to him and said, no, they quit after the first day. They couldn't handle a 2-hour swim practice. Like, no. Like, they were dying on a 50-meter sprint. The best part was he said to them, he took them to the next 3 practices until they were able to keep up with one of our slowest swimmers, who, was just there because she just wanted to, help herself get back in shape, which we commend. And because our team is a no requirements team, you don't have to have, a 30-second freestyle to join the team. You can join it with a 40-second. Hers was around 45 seconds, which is really slow. And these guys were swimming around 50, and they're in really good shape. And so we had the track coach in the pool, and he was pretty quick. Like, he was keeping up with us on the long distance stuff, which we were kind of taking our time. But anytime we did the sprints, we would crush him because he was only able to pace himself. He actually couldn't do a sprint, which is what people misinterpret. But anyways, he forced them to get there, and he actually got them up into a decent speed. They were breaking 40-second times, but they never were able to get up there. And I'm like, you guys are all dumbasses. You truly are the dumbass of the day event. And so, that being said, I'd like to thank you guys all for listening. Thank you guys all for taking the time to, follow through with this. If this interests you, if you want to hear more of these, let me know. This gameplay obviously is an 18-2 G36C on Operation 925, which is actually one of my favorite maps for close quarters team deathmatch. And as always, this has been Silence in HD, and I'm an idiot on YouTube. Peace!